Hello, people. Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me and let us start. Confirm that you can hear me and we'll kickstart the journey starts. Confirm that you can hear me. Please confirm you can hear me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy weekend. How is the weekend going? How is the weekend going, everybody? How is it going? Loud and clear. Good. Fantastic. Okay. How is our weekend going? Today we're going to have, obviously, it goes without saying, we're going to have the scholarship webinar, and we'll be joined very shortly by Johnson and Toby. Okay. So if you can hear me loud and clear, I can see that on the chat already. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let's have your, where you watching from, and what kind of scholarship are you looking for? So for example, watching from Nigeria, looking for a PhD scholarship. So let's have that briefly before we start. Watching from Nigeria, looking for a PhD scholarship, or watching from the UK, looking for a master's scholarship. All right, we are live. We have started, and that's it. There's no time to waste time. Time is precious, isn't it? Time is precious. But I'd like to see your comments. Watching from wherever you're watching from, and what kind of scholarship are you looking for? It would be nice to know that. Let me have this. What kind of scholarship are you looking for? What are you looking at? Watching from Moscow, looking for a PhD scholarship. Watching from Nigeria, looking for a master's degree scholarship. I'm watching from Ghana. I'm looking for master's scholarship. Okay. Watching as an MSc scholarship student from Hungary. Wow. Fantastic. Looking for a PhD scholarship. Next year, I'm watching from Ghana, looking for a PhD scholarship. Fantastic. Nice comments. Watching from Nigeria, looking for a PhD scholarship. Watching from UK, looking for PhD scholarship. Very good. Nigeria fully funded masters. So I can assume that we have a mix of people that are looking for master scholarship and PhD scholarship, which is who this session has been prepared for. All right, it has been prepared for you, for the people that are looking for scholarships, PhD and masters. All right. I may be biased a little bit to talk more about PhD, right? but definitely the principles are very interrelated and can be used even for your master's application. Okay. If you know anybody that needs to be here, let them know that we've started, and we will kickstart immediately. I don't mean to waste anybody's time, because this is going to be for 2 hours, and 2 hours will go by very quickly. So winning ways. How to win. That's what we're doing today. I'm going to tell you about myself shortly, but let me just take you through what we have today. We're going to introduce you to the scholarship ecosystem. I'm going to introduce you to how to find opportunities. I'm going to introduce you to how to prepare your documents. I'm going to introduce you to common mistakes and interview questions, and then we take question and answer. So as I am speaking, I can see Pascal from Ghana looking for PhD scholarship. So as I'm speaking, somebody say I'm echoing. Why is that? Let me see. Is it okay now? Please confirm that it's okay. I shouldn't be echoing at all. So please confirm that the echo is gone, and then we can continue. Okay, so we're going to take common mistakes and interview questions, and then question and answer, because I believe that we'll have questions. We should have questions. Okay, so it's better now. Cool. Okay, So we should have questions. So if you have questions, start preparing them. Okay, start preparing them, because you may not have the opportunity to share it live. So if you type it or put it in a place, and then when it's time for question and answer, you copy it to the chat board and we can answer the question. Okay. So let me tell you a bit about myself. Okay, I'm a PhD student in the University of Plymouth. My research is I'm trying to study abiotic stresses, predominantly drought and heat, and their influence on the growth of crops, combined influence on the growth of crops. Okay, I'm a Nigerian. I applied for over 50 scholarships. Most of you might have heard my story. Applied for over 50 scholarship opportunities. I got one fully funded. I was already in the middle of getting another one, but I had to send them an email to say they shouldn't bother because I already have one. Does that make sense? So I was going to get 2 scholarships last year. So it means that all the failures that I had were not wasted. They built up until that point. All right, they built up until that point. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? So if you have started applying for scholarships right now and it looks like you're wasting time, it looks like I've not gotten scholarship, I've been applying, I've not been getting anything, I can tell you for a fact, if you apply the things that you'll be taught today, all that failure will come together to make you successful in the next one. Because I'll tell you why I said so. The reason why I was able to make good applications in 2025 was because I had made a lot of bad ones previous years. So I've made a lot of bad ones in previous years. I have gotten feedbacks. I have built on my application. Are you getting what I'm saying? I've built on my application, and that's why I can be here, okay, talking to you. It's not because I'm brilliant or I'm the most brilliant person. That's not the idea. The idea is not that you are the most brilliant person. The idea is just that you are the one that takes the most feedback. All right. So let me know how many people on the chat have applied for scholarship opportunities before. So you say yes, five scholarship opportunities, or no, that means you have not applied at all. Yes, you have applied for 5, or if you're like me, yes, apply for 50. If you don't know how many you have applied for, just say 6 plus or 7 plus. You know, I just want to know the kind of people I'm interacting with. Maybe they are newbies or they've actually tried this thing before. Okay, thank you very much. Now we will go to the next slide. This next slide is very interesting to me. It's very interesting to me because on the top you will see the email I got. I got this email in April. I got this email in April saying that, hello, thanks for applying for the PhD opportunity, plant abiotic stress responses at the University of Plymouth. I am delighted to tell you that you have been selected for an interview. So my interview was for 25 minutes. Okay, I can see people say 6 plus scholarships, 3 scholarship opportunities, 3 scholarship opportunities. Okay, somebody has not applied before. Somebody has applied for 4. Somebody has applied for 1. Cool. I can see the good comments. The first bar on top of it was the email I got for an interview. I got this email for an interview in April. The interview was 1st of May. Now look at the second email. The second email was my congratulation email, and I'm praying that most of you will get this. Most of you will get this opportunity. The second email was my congratulation email, and then they said, I am happy to say that you have been selected for the PhD position. It will be great if you would let us know as soon as possible whether you decide to accept this position. If you need additional information before accepting, do not hesitate to ask me any question. Best regards. So if I were you, or if you were me, will you accept this opportunity? If you were me, will you accept this opportunity? I mean, the answer is very obvious, but I just thought, to put it out there that the events that lead to you getting a scholarship are not spectacular. I wish I can say that in a different way. The events that leads to you getting a scholarship are not spectacular. It's not like once the scholarship is coming, you will feel it in your bones. You will not feel anything. And it's the normal things that you have been doing adjusting, and reinventing yourself, innovating. Those are the things that will eventually get you scholarship. Nobody's going to say anything that is out of the world. That, okay, you want to get scholarship, this is what you do. You need to have a lot of brilliance. No, it's not anything like that. It's everything I've been doing before. I've been getting emails before, only that they were rejection emails. I get what I'm saying? Only that they were rejection emails, but now acceptance email. So it's not like you will do anything spectacularly different. You just need to, somebody say, who am I to reject? You just need to, push yourself with the right information at the right time. Let us go to the next slide, which is our first thing. The PhD landscape. The PhD landscape. Now, this is the landscape. I'm using the now, for some of you that are master's students, I'm going to balance it in a bit. But PhD landscape. Let me give you the PhD landscape. There are different types of PhD opportunities. Different types. All right. There's the self-funded type, and there's the funded type. All right. Self-funded type is straightforward. You are going to pay. No, there is no too much story about that. For the self-funded type, you make the payment. You are going to pay. All right. And although it's not common in some parts of the world, but self-funded PhDs are very common in the UK. Self-funded PhDs are very common in the UK. And I mean, there are many factors that add to that, and I don't want to go into all of that, but many people do self-funded PhDs. Now, for the funded type, there's the partially funded type and the fully funded type. Now, when you start looking for PhD opportunities or master's opportunities, you will find that these are the kind of things you will see. There are some scholarship opportunities that are partially funded, and they will not write partially funded there. They will write fully funded. Now, I'll tell you why they write fully funded. Most of those opportunities are for home students. They are for indigenes. For example, if you're applying for a PhD in the UK or a master's in the UK and they say fully funded for home students, it is different for you because you are an international student. If you are a very good student, right? If you are a very good student, hey Nini, how are you? If you are a very good student, what will happen is they will give you the fund that is available for the home students, and then you balance up. So, for example, home students pay 9,000. International students pay 15,000. That's an example. Home students pay 9,000. International students pay 15,000. If you get a scholarship that is fully funded for home students and they really like you in the sense that you can contribute to that project, they will give you that fund. So the 9,000 they will give it to you, and then you will add 6,000. That is another type of funding. So it's called partial funding, in the sense that they are contributing and you are contributing. You pay some, your funders pay some. Now there's the fully funded type, which I believe most of us are looking for. The fully funded type. The fully funded type is your funders pay everything. Your funders pay everything. They pay everything from your school fees. They pay everything for your bench fees. They even give you monthly salary. And that's the kind of thing I have, and the kind of thing that most people will be looking forward to. I get paid a salary, a stipend every month. My tuition fee is paid. My bench fees for the research they are paid. I'm paid to go for conferences and things like that. But for some people, they don't pay for your visa. All right? And that's the kind of one I had. They didn't pay for my visa or my IHS or my health insurance. I paid for my health insurance, but I paid for my visa. Why will I not pay for my visa? My visa is just probably close to 5,000 pounds or 4,000 or even less than that. And these people are carrying the weight of about close to 250,000 pounds. Why will I not pay? If you were me, will you not pay? You pay for your visa. So some scholarship opportunities will ask you to pay for your visa. And very few ones will say your visa fees are covered. There are some that will even pay for everything, pay for a lot of things. But I'm grateful for what I have. I have a salary that comes in every month. I have my tuition fee paid, and I have other expenses paid. Okay, So I just said that to let you know that these are the kind of PhDs opportunities that you have within the UK. Even master's opportunities. If you're looking for master's scholarship, self-funded masters, partially funded masters, fully funded masters. If you are getting me, please let me know you are getting me. I like to have an interactive class. I would have loved to have this on Zoom, but because we were a lot, so if you are getting me, just let me know you are getting me, and then I'll go to the next slide. Now, the PhD landscape continue. Application window for PhD in the UK or master's research in the UK is between September, usually a standard between September and March. Between September and March. So if you are looking for a PhD scholarship or master's in research scholarship, you will need to position within this period. And I will advise you, don't go and apply when it's the window is almost closing. Don't apply when the window is almost closing. Don't apply when the window is almost closing. Apply when it's still early. When it's still early, because most of the time when the window is closing, they have already selected their candidate. When the window is close to, let's say you're applying for a scholarship that opened in September, you're applying for it in December or January, you are almost late. You may not be late because you don't know whether anybody applied for it at all, but you're almost late. That's why this kind of session right now is very important for you guys, because you are preparing. You get what I'm saying? You are preparing, and you have to get your documents ready and all of that. Now, there are a few things I need to point out to you. If you're going to get a scholarship, there are a few things I need to mention very, very critically. Before I go there, I'd like to tell you that the UK spends over 400 million pounds every year for PhD stipend, tuition, and all of that. Over 400 million pounds. Why I'm saying that is that the money is there. Research grants are there. For some of you, you're not looking at the UK, but research grants are available. The money is there. Now, it is whether you will decide to position for it or not. But the money is there. Let somebody say the money is there. I like to hear that. Somebody say the money is there. Because that money is there. It's whether you want to get it or not. But the money is available. Now, there are three things I'd like you to pay attention to. Three things I'd like you to pay attention to as we go deep into what we have now. You need to pay attention to skill. I'm going to break that down very shortly. You need to pay attention to alignment. I will break that down very shortly. And you need to pay attention to the timing. The timing. Skill, alignment, and timing. Not many PhD webinar will tell you these things. These things, I learned them by experience. Nobody told me. I learned them by experience. And if you were on TikTok yesterday on the live session, you heard that somebody said they got a scholarship. If you were on Instagram yesterday as well, you saw that I posted somebody that said they got a scholarship. All right. So there are three things you must pay attention to. Three things: your skill, alignment, and timing. Now, what do I mean by skill? What do I mean by skill? You want to ask yourself, what do I have? What do I have? What skills have I learned? What experiences do I have? That's the first thing. Let me tell you something. You are going to get a scholarship only based on what you have, not what you don't have. Is somebody get what I'm saying? You are going to get a scholarship only based on what you have, not what you don't have. It is what you have that can make the person that wants to give you money confident that you can solve the problem. Is what you have. You are going to get a scholarship only based on what you have, not on what you don't have. So the first thing is, what do I have? Somebody, you have to start thinking now. What are my experiences? Where did I do my IT? Where did I do my internship? Where did I do my, what else? Where did I do my holiday? Where did I spend, which industry did I spend my holiday? Or what did I spend my holiday doing? Those things are very important. And most times, because we don't think very deeply, we don't know that we have these things. Because we don't ruminate very deeply, we don't know that we have these things. I was saying something before on my TikTok, that many people need to go back to their transcript. Go back to your transcript and look at the things that you did practically within your bachelor's degree. During your bachelor's degree, what were the things that you did practically? Some of you did practicals in school. You did practicals in school. Some of you did practicals, they took you to a field and all of that. Those experiences are important. Those experiences are important because nobody will give you scholarship on what you want to have. People will give you scholarship on what you already have. Oh, that's a very powerful one. Nobody will give you scholarship on what you... Some people say, I am passionate about... I have already trashed that thing. Some people say, I am passionate about... It is good to be passionate about something, but what you have done before is proof of your passion. What you have done before is proof of your passion. You are not passionate until you can prove that you have done something before in the line of what you are applying for. So you are saying, what do I have? What have I done before? So for some of you, you need to take a pen and a paper and begin to write all your competencies. For somebody, you're writing, I'm good with PCR. For somebody, you're writing, I'm good with I've used electron microscope. For somebody, you want to say, I am good with coding in R. For somebody, you want to say, I am good with writing Python. For somebody, you want to say, I am good with data analysis. For somebody, you want to say, I am good with... Now, you will write those things out. Those things are very important. You are going to write those things out. They are very, very important because that is what determines what you can get. What you can get is determined by what you currently have. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Now, alongside those things, you want to say, what were my previous degrees? What were my previous degrees? What were my previous degrees? Very important. Very important. What were my previous degrees? So if you have a degree in plant biology like myself, I have a degree in plant biology. I have a second degree in bioinformatics. Now I'm doing a PhD in wheat ecophysiology, plant ecophysiology. All right? Now, based on what I've done before, what can I get now? Based on the two things that I've done before, what can I get now? So if you have done chemistry in your bachelor's degree, based on what you did and every other thing we have described, that is what you have and what you have done before, based on your certificate, what can you get? You will only get something that aligns with that, or something that you can prove aligns with that. So you may not get a master's in chemistry, but you will only get something that your chemistry degree has prepared you for. You cannot say you finish with a chemistry bachelor's and you want to switch to business admin for scholarship. You won't get anything. If you want to pay, yes, they might collect your money and give you the degree. But if you want to get a scholarship, your chemistry experience has not prepared you for a master's degree in business admin. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's why I'm hammering on what you have. What do you have? What do you have, as in what did you graduate with? Your bachelor's degree? What do you have, as in what was your master's degree if you're looking for a PhD? What do you have, as in what have I done before in terms of skills? These things you have to write them down so that you can map them very effectively. So for example, I have plant biology, bioinformatics. In terms of skills, I have R skill, Python skill, SPSS, all of that. In terms of internship opportunity, I did an internship. I'm telling you what I did now. I did an internship at the University of Manchester for 6 months where I was using R to analyze kidney datasets. Look at that. So if I piece those things together, I should be able to get something depending on the scholarship project I am applying for. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? So your skill, very important. The next thing is alignment. There is nothing as bad as having a set of skill and applying it to a wrong place. I've done that thing before a lot of times. I have set of skills, but I was applying for a different kind of project that does not require that set of skill or those set of skills. I get what I'm saying. That does not, it do not require those skills. So even though I had the experience, even though I had the skill, I was applying wrongly. So that's where some of you are now. If I am talking to somebody, please let me know. Some of you are in that position now. You have the skill, you have the experiences, you have the degree, but you are not applying in the right place. You have the skill, you have the degree, you have the experiences. In fact, you have done a lot of projects. Some of you have even written a lot of papers, but you are applying wrongly. Some people are here like that. You are applying wrongly. I was like that. My first couple of applications were wrong. Wrong applications. I was just pouring. Any PhD opportunity I see, I will apply for it. Any PhD opportunity I see, not in a different field, but in my field, even in my field, any PhD opportunity that I see, I will apply for it. But that's not the right way to do it. No. You don't just apply for anything you see because it looks like it's in your field. Don't just apply for anything you see because it's in your field. Somebody say, that's me. 100%. Thank you very much, guys. Because I know many of us are very enthusiastic about getting scholarships that we apply in the wrong places. We apply in the wrong places, even though we have the skill. So, you want to ask this question. How are these skills, the skills that I have now, how are they relevant to the supervisor or the project? How are these skills relevant to the supervisor or the project? Don't just apply because you want to apply. Don't just apply because it looks like something that you want to apply for, or it looks like something that you can do. Apply for it based on, and if don't apply because you are passionate about it. I've been saying this thing to people. Don't apply just because you are passionate. Don't apply just because you are passionate. Apply because what you have done before has prepared you for it. Apply because what you have done before has prepared you for it. So we want to say, how are my skills relevant to the supervisor? So let me give you a practical thing. When you get a PhD opportunity that you want to apply for, go and read about the supervisor. Number one, read about the supervisor. You want to know whether this person is even doing anything that is related to what you have already. Once you have read about the supervisor and you can see some alignment, some degree of alignment or some connection, the next thing to do is read about the project. Read about the project and know for sure that this is something you can do. This is something that for example, they say they need somebody that is proficient in Python language, and you have done something in Python before. It means that you have the right skill for that project. For example, they say they need somebody that has an experience or that finished with a 2-1 in botany or a 2-1 in nursing, and you have that 2-1. Now you can strike it. Yes, I have alignment here. You don't just have alignment based on degree. You're going to have alignment based on skills. Now, let me tell you something. When they say they need somebody that has learned something or that is proficient in something, they don't mean an expert. They don't want you to be an expert. They don't even, the idea is not that you are an expert. The idea is not that you are an expert. For some people, before I got my PhD scholarship, I have only done R. I've only used R for 6 months. That means that at that point, I was not a proficient user of that language, but I have experience in using that language. Proficiency, experience, different things. Proficiency, experience, different things. So sometimes you may not be proficient, and the boss, in fact, I cannot stand side by side with a computer science student because I'm not a computer scientist. I only know R, Python. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't need to be a boss at it to use it as part of my supporting document. For some of you, you have only used Python for like 3 months. For some of you, you have only used SPSS for 1 month. The idea is that you have used it for something, not that you are very good at it. They don't want you to be very good at something. They just want you to have used that thing. So for some of you, you are thinking, oh, I'm not really good at it. That's the point. That's the point exactly. Proficiency, expertise, very different. Or proficiency and experience, very different. Very different. I would say even expertise and experience, very, very different. Because you are not proving to be an expert in the field. You are only saying that you have done that thing before and you can bring that skill to the project. Assuming there's a skill set needed, you only tick a few, e.g. 2 out of 5. That's a very interesting question, and I would like you to ask when it's Q&A time. But let me answer this one and get it out of the way. If you have 2 skill sets out of 5, if the 2 skill sets are major skill sets that are required in the project, you can apply. If they say, sometimes they will say this particular skill is needed, or this particular skill, if available, will be advantageous. They are not saying that have all the skills. So 2 out of 5, if there are 2 major skills that affect the project, out of 5 other skills, you can still apply. All right, you can still apply, because we'll get there. We'll get to the document you need for your application. We'll get there, because those documents will capture these experiences. That's why I'm hammering on them now, that you need to write them out. You need to write them out. Now, alignment. I was talking about alignment. Don't be looking at expertise. Don't be looking at proficiency. Focus more on experience. Have I done this before? Have I done this before? Don't be looking at expertise. Don't be looking at proficiency. Look at experience. Have I used this skill before? Have I looked at the microscope before? Have I observed a microbe in the microscope before? Have I done PCA before? Have I done... These are the things you need to be looking at. So your experience is valid. Your experiences are valid. Your experiences are valid. And then the next thing is the timing. I've spoken about this before. Timing. Don't apply too late, because if you apply too late, even though your application is a good application, it will not fly, because they might have selected the student that they want. Don't apply too late. Next slide. If you are getting me, please say I'm getting you. I'm getting you. Now we are going to where to find opportunities. Before I go there, just say you are getting me. You understand what I'm saying. Where to find opportunities. That's where we are going right away. There are 3 places where you find PhD opportunities. There are 3 places. Even masters, you find masters opportunity. I'm going to do a demo for you here so that you get what I'm saying. There are 3 places where you find PhD opportunities. Oh, you can't see my slide now. I want to show you. Let me show you. Let me first tell you. We have findaphd.com. We have jobs.ac.uk. And we have the university's website. We have findaphd.com. We have jobs.ac.uk. And we have university's website. Before I go to findaphd.com or jobs.ac.uk, let me tell you what I mean by this. This is the largest database in the UK. Findaphd.com. Now, I will do a demo for you to see this one. Jobs.ac.uk has jobs and PhD opportunities and master's opportunities in research. All right, for some of you that are looking for masters. University's website, this is the most overlooked one. The most overlooked one. Because people want to get scholarship but don't want to do research. They don't want to look for opportunities within university's website. Universities will apply. Universities will upload projects on their website. Universities will upload projects on their website, but sometimes they will not be put on all these popular databases. So for some of you, you may need to go through university websites to look for opportunities. There are some professors that have funding for a particular project. They have funding, but the fund is not tied to a project. So if you reach out to those kind of professors, maybe by sending a cold email, for example, if you reach out to those kind of professors, you will get an opportunity. But people overlook those things. They look at general databases like findaphd.com and jobs.ac.uk. Now, let me cut this and go to findaphd.com. Findaphd.com. If you are getting me, please let me know you understand what I'm saying. I want to show you what findaphd.com looks like, and then we can start. Findaphd.com. I'm trying to set it up so that you can see my windows, my screen. All right. I think we're in findaphd.com. If you have questions, you can begin to type your questions. And I would like someone to keep track of the questions so that we can read them later on. And address them. I'm trying to get to findaphd.com so that we can start this one. This is tech. I want to get us there quickly. Findaphd.com. I want to be able to show you, and that's why this thing seems to be delaying. Okay, we are there now. We are in now. Findaphd.com. Perfect. Hello, can you hear me? Please confirm that you can still hear me. The thing seemed to break down a bit. Please confirm that you can still hear me. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Hello? Just confirm that you can hear me, and then we'll kickstart. Yes, okay. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Findaphd.com. Please, are you there? Is somebody also typing out findaphd.com? So go to your own browser. So that we can be doing it together. Go to your own browser and type findaphd.com. Findaphd.com. So this is the website. Findaphd.com. it has echoes. Is it better now? Is it better now? I think I needed to reset something, but I think it should be better now. Is it better now, guys? Okay, findaphd.com. How many of you are there? How many of you are there? Findaphd.com. Okay, so let me just go ahead. So for example, this is findaphd.com, right? And you are like me that had a degree in plant biology. You are like me who had a degree in plant biology. And you are looking for projects. You are looking for PhD projects, master's projects, within plant biology. Right? Now, let's do plant biology. Now, for the UK, for example, most of the scholarships are on findaphd.com. For the UK, most of the scholarships are on findaphd.com. So, and because the window of scholarship has not opened yet. Oh, it's better now. It's better now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about the echo. Sorry about the echo. It's better now. Now, for the UK, like I said, the scholarship window is going to open between September and March. All right, September and March. That's when you have a lot of projects on findaphd.com. So right now you may not have a lot of projects there because it's not yet application window. Does that make sense? It's not yet application window. Now, plant biology. Let's click on plant biology. Now, look at what we have. Look at, for some of you that say you are looking for, okay, let me take it to, so discipline, location. You want to set the location to wherever, but because we are using UK, we're going to put it to UK. Location, UK. You don't need to set the institution. Use all the institution. Only if you probably have some institution that you are interested in. If you have an institution that you are interested in, yes, you can choose a different institution or a set of institutions. But if you are looking for scholarship, it's better to leave it open to all the institution. Okay. Now, the PhD type, we will leave that open as well. Funding, which is very important, because it's not scholarship window yet. You are always going to pick, especially if you are an African or a non-European student generally, you are always going to pick, I am a non-European student. You are always going to pick, I am a non-European student. Although there are 4 scholarships here, but by September, I can tell you they'll be up to 200 and something. But 4 scholarships here because scholarship window is not open. Now, but I'm giving you the principles right now so that you can learn it. The first thing I did was the discipline, which we had. The location, United Kingdom. For some of you that want to do Australia or New Zealand, different places, they are there. You can select. But you now go to the funding type. I am a non-European student. So that it will bring only the projects that are fully funded. So that, because if you say I'm a UK student, sometimes scholarship is saying that the scholarship body is saying that, well, what the only people that they want are British students or native students. And if you are not a native student, you know that it's a challenge. So I am a non-European student, then you say show result. Look at these scholarship opportunities here. Fully funded PhD opportunities. Now I won't pick anyone. For some of you, I will do like maybe another discipline, and so that we can cover it all. Plant biology. If you want me to do like economics, I can do economics as well. But look at this one at Upper Adams. It's closing on the 10th of August. This one is still even very open. It's closing on the 10th of August this year. What if I've been in the UK for over 10 years? Okay, if you have been in the UK for over 10 years and you're already a British citizen, you can use I'm a UK student. All right, if you have been there for long. But for people that have not been there for long, for people that are just coming from Africa, from different parts of the world, then they would have to, use non-European students so that they can get fully funded. The case is different if you are a British student, because you may not need the full fund of an international student, because the money you are paying is like maybe half of what an international student will pay. So do you understand what I'm saying? Now let's pick this one. Let's select this one. Upper Adams University, Agriculture and Environment, exploiting pathogen interactions to boost potato defense and develop sustainable pest management solutions. Look at the project. So what you do is you want to read about the project. Now you know where we started from. Your skill, your experiences, your degree certificate, right? Now you will read about this project. This project is on potato. You ask yourself, have I done anything on potato before? No. Okay, it doesn't mean I cannot apply. Still look at it. They just read about it. Bacterial pathogens. Have I done anything that relates to bacteria before? Have I analyzed anything bacterial related before? If I've done that, okay, that's a plus. Now it says this project will look at two groups of host elicitors, namely proteins and metabolites. Okay, have I done anything that relates to this set of organelles before? Or let me say, have I done anything related to proteins and metabolites before? Have I done anything like that before? Based on what you have written out. We said we started from skill. All right. So you read and read. Then you look at the objective. Okay, let's look at this thing. Let's look at this one. Because these are the things you are supposed to be looking for in a PhD description. The project will include a mixture of laboratory and greenhouse-based work, number one. Laboratory work, greenhouse-based work. For somebody like me now, I can apply for this one because I've done something in the lab that relates to looking at protein, looking at all these things. I've done something that in the greenhouse that relates to planting potato. Look at that. I am already relating my experiences to what is needed in this project. So the next thing is says providing practical skills in molecular biology. Now, although they don't expect you to know everything, but you need some skills in molecular biology. All right, skills like analyzing molecular data sets from organisms. Skills, so those little skills, genetic data. Have you analyzed a DNA sample before? All right, those little things. Like I said, it's not at an expert level. Microscopy. Have you used the microscope before? Have you done something with the microscope before? Plant pathology and data analysis. Now, this project is an agriculture project, but it needs data analysis. That's why I always tell students, when you have a degree in probably plant biology or molecular biology or whatever biology you had your degree in, it does not mean you don't need data analysis skills. It does not mean you don't need data analysis skill. Every PhD opportunity, if you are going to stand out, for some of you that are in core life science, go and learn data analysis. For some of you that are in core life science, are you getting what I'm saying? Go and learn data analysis. Go and learn data analysis. This is very important. This is very important. Go and learn data analysis. You need to learn data analysis. I hope you are getting me. Please let me know if you are getting me. I think you should be getting me. I hope you are getting me. You need to go and learn data analysis because it's going to make you stand out. I'm trying to make you guys see me, see my face, if at all, if that's possible. Go and learn data analysis. But this is how you apply. That's how you look for opportunities. Don't let me say that's how you apply. That's how you look for opportunities. That's how you look for opportunities. That's how you look for opportunities. All right? Are you getting me? Now, the next thing The next thing is you want to look at how they want you to apply. Applicants are welcome from both UK and overseas. Let me highlight this. Applicants are welcome from both UK and overseas. Please note that there is a cap on the number of international candidates that we can recruit to this program. As per UKRI terms and conditions, 30% cap. We have one international place available. So this opportunity is still open if somebody wants to apply. Let me look for another opportunity. Maybe in somebody said I should do economics. I don't know if we will find a lot of things right now because of it's not application window. Application window is not open yet. But let's say economics. Okay, we have economics here. Location, UK. Look, there are different places. So I'm just saying UK for this class. There's Australia, there's Czechia, there's France, there's Germany, Hong Kong, India, Ireland, Italy, Malaysia, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Singapore, United Kingdom. All right, but if you look at it very well, you see that it's more abundant in the United Kingdom because this PhD, this website is more biased towards the United Kingdom. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go. UK. And then we go to the type of funding. Again, if you're a UK student, you know what to do. But let's say I am a non-European student. This is for economics now. Economics. The first thing we have here, there's a scholarship that is open right now on the 20th. It's going to close on the 23rd of August 2026. Can public services rebuild democracy? This is the project title. Public ownership, social trust, and the rise of authoritarian structures. University of Greenwich. All right. So you read about the project. This thing I'm telling you is very important, and I'm going to give you a hack, but I'm going to say it in passing. So if you are not listening, you will not get it. I'm going to give you a hack on how to go about this and do it faster with the use of artificial intelligence. But if you are not listening, you will not get it. So read about the project. Now look, this project builds on emerging research demonstrating that public services are the most powerful mechanism, blah, 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 blah. So now, if it says this project builds on these things, it means that you need to have read these papers if you are going to write this, if you are going to apply for this project very well. Because this project is not a standalone project, it's building on what has been done before. Something by all 2024, this guy 2022, and this guy 2025. So if you are going to know how to apply for this particular project, you need to read these papers. You don't have to read everything, but you need to know what those papers say. And AI can help you to fasten that process. I have data analysis skill, but no certification. You don't need certification, you need the skill. You need to have used the skill for something and say you use the skill for something. I'm going to show you when we get to document preparation. I'm going to tell you how to, you don't need certification. The UK or these guys, people that are recruiting, they are not looking for your certificates. They are not looking for your certificates. What they are looking for, right? What they are looking for is the skill. And not that you are only saying that you have the skill. You are not just saying you have the skill. You are proving that you have the skill by what you have done before. Okay? You are proving that you have the skill via what you have done before. Now, you read this paper, they are telling you what the project will investigate. They are telling you the fact that, okay, these are the funding notes. You have access to this fund and all of that. I think it's a 3 years PhD. This one is a 3 years PhD. Look at the references. Those things that I highlighted before. These are the papers that you will read to be able to apply for this project very well, so that you can have idea about what they are looking for. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? Within this description, you will be able to find core skills that they are looking for. So let me tell you one hack. One hack, quickly. One thing that can help you, if you are not you don't want to read much, because if you're trying to apply for different scholarships, copy about the project. This thing, copy it, put it on your Microsoft Word. I'm not going to repeat it twice. Copy it, put it on your Microsoft Word, take it to any LLM of your choice, any AI tool of your choice, and probe it. What are the core skills required for this project? What are the things that are investigated in this project? What is this project seeking to answer? So that you can now use those things to build your application. Like I said, I won't say it twice. Now, let us go back to our scholarship slide. Let's go back to our webinar slide. So if you understood all that I did here on findaphd.com, please let me know. If you understood all that I did here on findaphd.com, please let me know. We'll be going back to our scholarship slides now. To the slides where we were before. Because we need to proceed. Time is going very fast. Time is going very fast. And we have to make progress. If you have been getting me so far, please let me know. We are back on the scholarship slide now. If you have been getting me so far, just let me know. It will be helpful to understood. Good. If you get it, you get it. Okay. Back to the scholarship slides. We have findaphd.com, jobs.ac.uk. I won't do that. You can check jobs.ac.uk. And if there's a particular university that you are eyeing, you can check it out. Okay, you can check the university out. So, the next slide. Documents that are needed. This is very, very, very important. You might have gotten everything that I've said from the beginning. But this part is also very important. Because you can have all the skills that you need in the world. But if you do not present yourself as a credible candidate, you will not be seen as a credible candidate. The only way you can be seen as a credible candidate is only as you present yourself. When you present yourself as a credible candidate, the people that are looking on the other end, because they've not met you before, they can also look at you as a credible candidate. If you don't write your statement of purpose well, if you don't write your CV well, if you don't submit your transcript and your certificate, or sometimes if you don't write your research proposal well, or your cover letter well, you struggle. Are you getting what I'm saying? If you don't write these things well, you will struggle. Now, the first thing, statement of purpose. I'm going to show you my sample of statement of purpose after this, and then you will see what I'm saying. Statement of purpose must reveal alignment. Statement of purpose must reveal alignment. Now, your statement of purpose is your academic story. Your academic and professional story. Let me put it that way. It's your academic and professional story that relates to your project. Please, don't write anything in your statement of purpose that does not relate to the project you are applying for. What I'm saying is that you cannot use one statement of purpose for multiple projects. Are you getting me? You cannot use one statement of purpose for multiple projects because every project has its own focus. And when you use one statement of purpose for different projects, it will be obvious that you have not done your due diligence. It will be obvious that you have not done due diligence. It will be obvious that you have not, because they will see it. When you are writing something to me, I know that it's just like when somebody uses AI to write a message. You will know that this thing is artificial intelligence. Especially, there's no connection. There's no connection. So, whatever you are going to be putting in your statement of purpose, number one, must align with the project. So, for example, I am applying for a project that requires my expertise in R programming language. But because I want to write a lot of things, and I have experience with working as a part-time care assistant. Just let me use that as an example. I have an experience working as a part-time care assistant. Even though I have experience in that area, I cannot capture it within my statement of purpose because it serves no purpose than to deter my potential supervisor from seeing me as a good student or as an aligned student, as a student whose expertise or experience align with their project. Don't put anything that does not align to the project that you are applying for, even though you have that experience. A statement of purpose is very important. The weight that the statement of purpose carries in certain application is almost 50%. That's why I'm hammering on it, and I'm going to show you some parts of my statement of purpose. You write everything you have done that relates to the project, and you show how it relates to the project. I'm going to show you. Let me go there. Let me even go there. I'll go to and come back here. I'll go to that place and come back here. Look at my statement of purpose. I just extracted a few parts of it so that you can see. This was the statement of purpose that got me scholarship. Now, look at the first line of sentence. This is not the first paragraph. All right, I just brought this one out so that we can learn from it. My professional experience has further prepared me for this role. Look at that language. I'm not saying that I have done this. I am relating what I have done to what they need. This is a secret that I want you people to take from here. I am relating what I have done to what they need. I am relating what I have done to what they need. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, I explained it. I said as a bioinformatics intern at the Wellcome Trust Center at the University of Manchester, I processed complex proteomic data sets using Matplotlib and R. I did not say I have. I told them what I did with what I have. What I did with the skill that I have. Are you getting what I'm saying? Some people say, I have a skill in, I have a skill in, I have this skill in. That's nothing. That's nothing. You tell them what you have, and you tell them what you did with what you have. Are you getting what I'm saying? You tell them what you have, you tell them what you did with the thing that you have, and not just what you did. Now you're going to say how it relates to what they are doing. If you get this thing, I'm telling you, we'll be celebrating your scholarships very soon. You just need to get it. You just need to get it. You just need to get it. Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm telling them what I did with what I have and how it relates to what they are doing. Look at the language. I processed complex proteomics data sets, developing robust skills in biological data analysis that will be, now look at it. I said that will be invaluable for interpreting sensor data from this project. Please, if you are seeing what I am saying, let me know, so that it doesn't look like I'm saying something that doesn't relate to what you are looking for. I told them I processed complex proteomics data sets that made me develop more skills in this area, the skill that will be invaluable for interpreting sensor data from this project. Let me go back. Where are we going? That will be invaluable for interpreting sensor data from this project. My participation in Cancer Genomics Workshop, where I performed, look at my use of language. I'm telling them I performed, I did, I performed, I did this, I did that. Is it making sense to you guys? Is it making sense? You are not just saying I have. You are saying I have, I used, I can use for your project. I have, I used it, it improved me, and I can use it for this project. So, depending on your area, that's the same thing you want to do. Oh, I have this skill. I have used this skill. I can use this skill for your project. Is somebody getting me? The next thing. So, that's what you will see across my statement of purpose. It's scattered across there. Across there. You will see, I did this. It has equipped me with this. And then I can use it for you. That's alignment, my brothers and my sisters. That's alignment. Look at what I said here. What sets me apart is my unique combination of plant science knowledge and bioinformatics expertise. I understand both the biological questions at hand and the computational tools needed to answer them. My experience ranges from hands-on plant experiments to data analysis. You know what I now said? Making me. I am selling my case, guys. You don't leave it to chance. Don't say, okay, they will see the alignment. No, you draw the alignment. Don't say your guys, the people that are investigating or looking at your documents, they will see the alignment. Don't wait for them to see the alignment. They may not see it. You draw the alignment. Look at what I wrote here. I said, making me ideally suited to bridge the gap between field observation and computational modeling in this project. Making me. You are making my case. That's a statement of purpose. Write a statement of purpose with purpose. Some of you write a statement of purpose anyhow. Write a statement of purpose with purpose. So, first paragraph or second paragraph, you are introducing yourself. For some of you that don't, that need my statement of purpose, if you're on TikTok, I have already, I read it out on TikTok in a video. So it's there. It's there. Check it out. You'll see it's there. I read it out all through. I may not be able to give you this document, but I think I read it out, and then you can. The idea is not to follow what I said. The idea is to know what is required in a statement of purpose. Does it make sense? Okay, let's now go back to our previous slide. Statement of purpose. Pay attention to this one. Your CV is your normal CV. This is not a designer CV. It's not trying to put your picture here, trying to use color scheme. Nothing like that. I have never done that for any of my application. It has always been black and white. It has always been black and white. So keep it simple. Just give a snapshot of your experiences, your education, your skill. Alright, so that if they don't want to read stories, they want to see what you have done. And you break it down. Okay, I've done this, and I've done that, just break it down. Just make it very easy to read. And your CV should not be more than, my CV right now is about 2 pages. That's because I have a few more experiences now. I'm doing my PhD now and all of that. But your CV should not be more than 1.5 pages, to be honest, or 2 pages maximum. That's if you have done a lot of things that are relevant. Please, again, on your CV, only write the things that are relevant. Don't put all the things you have done in your life. For example, you have worked as a sales assistant in one shop in Lagos. You have worked as a banker. You have worked as an intern. And you now put all those things together. It will show a distracted CV. Distracted CV. So you want to pay attention to what you put within your CV. Your CV must be a snapshot of your skills, experiences, education that are relevant to the project. The next thing, your transcript and certification. Your transcript and certificate, straightforward thing. You don't need too much story for that one. Transcript and certificate is transcript and certificate. Your transcript from your university, your transcript for certificate from your university, transcript from your master's, the university again, certificate. Research proposal. Not everybody needs to write research proposal. All right, and I will not be talking too deep about research proposal because there's going to be a different class for research proposal, and that one we have to break it section by section. But research proposal, most of the PhD projects will not even require research proposal. All right, but if you are applying for a self-funded one, you may need to write a proposal, and your proposal is just a mini project. Is mini what you want to achieve anyway. So you are telling the person, okay, this is the context, this is the background of the problem, this is the gap. All right, you are going to do a mini literature review there. This is the gap. You are telling the person, this is the expected finding. You are telling the person, this is the timeline with which I will be able to finish this project. Before timeline, you are saying that these are the methods that I will employ to answer this question. So, and then these are my expected contribution. That is what is expected in your research proposal. Some research proposals will only be 1,500 words. So it's just like a snapshot of your entire thesis. Okay, what is the background of the problem? What is the problem itself? Do a brief literature review. Tell us the method you're going to use. Tell us the timeline you're going to use to achieve it. And then tell us the expected contribution and the references and submit. That's research proposal. And then cover letter. Cover letter is just a brief alignment letter. It's something like statement of purpose or motivation letter, but it's in a letter format. Is somebody getting me? If you are getting me, please, we'll soon go for a break. But before we go for a break, I know that some of you are tired now. We'll soon go for a break. Let us finish this, and then I think the next thing is for the break. Okay? Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, the first thing you want to do is read the aim and objective of the project. I have said all these things in passing. All right? I've said all these things in passing, but I'm going to reiterate them. Read the aim and objectives of the project. Now, I'm going to say what I said earlier. Copy about the project that you found on findaphd.com. Copy it. I think it's gotten darker now. Let me increase it. Okay. Copy about the project that you found on findaphd.com. The next thing is read about the supervisor's interest on their website. If you can copy that as well, copy it to a separate Word document. I'm giving you tricks here now, and I may not be able to repeat myself. Copy the project, copy the supervisor's alignment. Now, before you copy all these things, make sure that you have already seen that this project is a good one. You are welcome, Awura. You are welcome. Or is it Awaru? Copy the project information, copy the supervisor's information after you have figured out that yes, this project aligns with me. All right? Copy it. Next thing, read their latest publication. Two of those, their latest publication. And you're not reading everything. You're just trying to read. You want to see what this supervisor is all about. And then finally, use artificial intelligence to spot areas of alignment. This one is your choice. You may not use it, you may use it, but I advise people to use it when they have seen that there is alignment, because sometimes there is alignment, but you cannot spot it. Sometimes there is alignment, and be sure that there is alignment, because ChatGPT or Claude or all these things, they can spot alignment where there is no alignment. But you be sure that you have already seen alignment. All right. Once you have seen alignment, what Claude or this LLM will do for you is it will bring it out. It will name it for you that this is the alignment, that is the alignment. Then you can use it to write your statement of purpose. I just taught you a trick there. So far, we have gone through introduction to the ecosystem, where to find opportunities, how to align your documents, and now we are going for a break. Now, whilst we are going for this break, I want you to note that the live will still continue. The live, somebody says these tricks are not in any textbook. Yes, they are not in any textbook. They are not in any textbook. Anyway, we'll be going for a break now. The live will continue, but the next thing will now be, I'll give you common mistakes, common interview questions, and we'll do question and answer. So let us go for a break. Go grab a cup of coffee. You don't need to log out. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea. If you need to ease yourself, go and ease yourself. By the time you are coming back, we will be let me say the time that we're returning now. So it is currently 1:17. We will be back by 1:22. See you in a bit. Let's start getting ready. It's already 5 minutes. Strangely, it's already 5 minutes. We're already coming to the end of the the session. That's why I was rushing a few things, just to make sure that we also have time for question and answer. Wake your neighbor, tell your neighbor we are already live again. Okay, if you are here, let me know you are here. Okay, if you are here, let me know you are here. Okay. We are back. Go and tell your neighbor we are back. Active. Active. Okay. So let's continue so that we can make good use of time. Let's continue. Okay. Confirm again that you can see my screen. Everything is perfect. Okay. Now, common mistakes that people make. Okay. The first mistake that I've found out that people make, please give me a second. The first mistake I found out that people make is sending generic application. What do I mean by generic application? An application that does not show intention. Using one statement of purpose for multiple application. An application that does not reveal intention. Using one statement of purpose, or maybe even sometimes you cannot use one CV for multiple application. There is a way you will tweak your experiences. When I say tweak your experiences, there are certain experiences that you need to put on the front burner when you are applying for certain projects. There are certain experiences that will need to be at the back burner when you are applying for certain projects. All right? So sending generic application does not help anybody. My people, sending generic application does not help anybody. Generic application is when you say, okay, I'm going to use this statement of purpose to apply for multiple projects. That's an error. The next thing, you are applying without checking supervisor's alignment. One thing I have made sure to let you people know is that you must align with your supervisor. And I have said it here before that that alignment you can use artificial intelligence to do that alignment, provided you already align based on research interest. But don't apply for projects without checking that the supervisor you are applying to can supervise this project. Don't apply for project without checking that the supervisor you are applying to has expertise in that project, has expertise in that area, or is not doing a different area to yours. You will be wasting your time by applying to a supervisor that you don't align with. You will be wasting your precious time if you are applying for a project that you know that you are doing something around animals. That supervisor is doing something around plants. But you are saying, I like that project. Oga, there is nothing like that project. What you can do is look for a supervisor that aligns with your skill sets, that your skill and their expertise match. Okay? Don't apply because you want to apply. Don't apply without checking supervisor's alignment. Next thing, don't apply late. I've mentioned this before. Now, spray and pray is any project I see, I apply for. and then God will help me, I will get one. It doesn't work that way. Oh, let me just apply for any project and God will just help me to select. No. It does not work that way. My people, it does not work that way. All right? You need to be intentional, because nobody will give you money by mistake. Not 250,000 pounds, not $500,000. They won't give you by mistake. They will give you because you can solve their problem. Because the skill set that you have, listen, the skill set that you have can contribute towards the advancement of the project that they have ongoing. I say it again. They will give you money because the skill set that you have can contribute to the project that they have right now that is ongoing. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. Okay? Now the next thing, we have one of our scholars here already in the background from New Zealand. Is going to be joining us shortly to share a few things. Now, the next thing is overlooking interview preparation. One of the things that I'll say I learned from, because I am a product of my success was a cumulative or a summation of the failures that I had. My success was a summation of the failures that I had. So I had a scholarship interview in 2024, which was, I think, August 2024. I failed that interview because I did not prepare for it very well. I did not prepare for it because let me say because I did not prepare for it in this manner. I didn't look into the kind of how do I put it now? I didn't look into the methodology of the project. So when they were asking me what is the method that this project will be using, I was rambling. And the stuff was in Cambridge. The university is in Cambridge. I would have been in Cambridge now. But I thank God for where I am now anyway, because I use that thing to learn. And now I can tell you that, you can now pay attention. Pay attention to things like that. Pay attention. Don't overlook scholarship preparation. Don't overlook it. All right? You must not overlook scholarship preparation. Okay? I already have the two scholars right now behind the scene. So I want to rush this part because common mistakes, we've dealt with it. Guys, you need to start preparing your questions. Let me go to the next slide, which is common interview questions. I won't spend a lot of time here because I want us to go to the next section, which is question and answer. Tell us about yourself. When they say tell us about yourself, they are not telling you to tell them about your history. Oh, my father was a farmer when he was in Omuaran, or my mother was a teacher. No, that's not what they want. Anytime they say tell me about yourself in an interview in an interview that is academic, they are telling you tell them about your academic journey. Nothing like I like rice and beans, I like to take cornflakes in the morning, or don't go too personal. If somebody get what I'm saying, you don't go too personal. Don't go too personal. Tell us about yourself. I try to use this ABT method. You can use this ABT method also. Somebody use this ABT method to get a scholarship from Instagram. ABT method. So you're going to tell them where you started from, the background as in your first academic background, basically. So what you did in your bachelor's, or I would even say what you did what led you into what you are doing, or what led you to what you did in your bachelor's. So background, anyway, history, something like an history. So you're saying, my name is so and so, not necessary anyway. My passion about plants led me into da. Say your story, and this. Then you now say but. That's the B there. The but is you are trying to introduce a problem that necessitates this particular state that you are in now. but I got dissatisfied but I wanted to know more about how animals, you are going to link the project. I wanted to know more about how animals, respond to climate change, how they survive under these climate change scenarios, that. Therefore, that's the T now. So therefore is the what you are doing now. Therefore, this PhD looks like, or this PhD is a reasonable furtherance for my so and so. So you have given them background to yourself that they can relate with, but you are creating tension. Okay, but what? Oh, you have a question. Okay. Then, therefore, that is a story that somebody can follow. So don't just say, so this thing you have to prepare for it. It's been long since I did the interview. That's why I'm rambling like this. I don't know. I cannot fit it. Now I use ABT method for research, not for interviews. But I'm telling you that A and is like you are describing the context. B, the but. That is the problem. Therefore, the pivot. That is what necessitated applying for this PhD. So that somebody can trace your story and say, okay, this person has come from this place, learned this thing, gone to this, but still has more question, and now that's what led them to this place. That is what somebody says. Another mistake to avoid is that feeling that you already know something and you don't necessarily need to prepare. Exactly. Prepare. Now, why do you want to do a PhD? Why do you want to do a PhD? Don't tell them you want to do a PhD because it looks like the next thing to do. That one you will not. They will laugh at you, you will laugh at yourself. Why do you want to do a PhD? Why do you want to do a PhD? It's a very valid question that you must answer. Prepare the answers. You have to prepare and rehearse the answers. You say you want to do a PhD because you have a question. You want to do a PhD because it is needed for you to be an active contributor within this field. You want to do a PhD because you add to the academic literature or to the knowledge base for understanding this particular phenomenon. Say contribution statements. Use contribution statements. Don't just use personal profits, personal aggrandizement. I want to be called a doctor. You will stay for long. Or I want to do a PhD because it helps me to be, no. Guys, nothing like that. Why do you want to do a PhD? You must be able to, the idea is, what does it contribute to the furtherance of your academic career? What does it contribute to the furtherance of the general academic body? What does it contribute to the furtherance of academic knowledge within that university? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Some of you, they will ask you what are your strengths and weaknesses. You say, what do people say? I don't have weaknesses. There are some of you that say you don't have weaknesses. You have weaknesses, but you will not say your weaknesses like number one, this is one of my weakness. Number two, this is my weakness. Number three, this is my weakness. No, that's not how you will say it. All right. The first thing is your strength. Obviously, draw from your skill, draw from everything. You will say you are trying to improve in an area, because you need to tell the person that even though you identify this as a weakness, you are doing something about it. This is very important. Even though you identify this as a weakness, somebody saying, why do you want to do a PhD? There's no doctor in my family. You will stay long. I know that's a joke anyway. But there's no doctor in my family is not valid. Okay? Now, what are your strengths and weaknesses? What we're addressing now. You will say your weakness as something that you are already working on. Something that you are actively working on. All right? Don't just say it that I talk anyhow, or I don't know this thing, or I don't know that thing. There's nothing like that. All right, you must know it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay. The next thing, why this university? Please confirm that you can still hear me though. If you can hear me on YouTube, please confirm that you can still hear me. It looks like we're hanging, and I'm trying to know why that is. Okay. The next thing is, why this university? You tell them, obviously, go over the read about the university, read about their priorities, and then use that priority to answer the question. All right. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think people, can you hear me though? Okay. We're good. Now, in the leg to say, I want to go to the industry. Keep that industry. If you want to go to the industry, keep it to yourself. All right, keep it to yourself. The first thing is not, I want to go to the, that's not what you are going to. What contributions do you want, like I said before, want to make to the academic conversation? What contributions do you want to make to academia? What it says glitching, people say glitching. People say glitching. Still glitching. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. How about now? How about now? Please just keep updating. How about now? I think it's good now. I think it's good now. From what I can see here, it's looking better. Is it better now? I don't know. It's tech. Anything can happen with tech. It's very interesting. I'm gonna add better now. Okay, somebody says better now. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It's probably because we've been here for long. But we'll finish this thing. We're almost done anyway. We are almost done. Just give me a second and we'll sort this out. Oh, somebody says okay now. Yeah, put your question out. Put your question out. So if you already have your question, just type it out and we'll respond to it. Somebody should help us keep an eye on the questions. Okay, somebody should help us keep an eye on the questions so that we can respond to them once it's time. But you can type your question, definitely. All right, just type out your questions. Okay, for some of you that we already have Toby in the back burner. Okay, we have Toby already here. I can't see Johnson's face yet, but okay. Now let's move on quickly. Oh, okay, my CPU is overloaded. That's what it's saying. Okay, I get it now. My storage is my CPU is overloaded. But let's just round this up quickly. Q&A now. Question and answer. But before we take Q&A, let me bring I want to be sure that we can hear him. So, Toby, can you say something? Let's just be sure that we can hear you. Hi, Toby, can you say something so that we can be sure that we can hear you? Huh. Is Toby there? Let me. So, guys, just type out your Q&A. Type out your question. Type out your questions. Type out your questions. That's where we are now. Type out your questions, and we'll be able to answer them. Answer them quickly.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you. Just wondering if people on YouTube can hear you as well.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just wondering if people on YouTube can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I think the network is glitching.
Hi, Toby.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, guys.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you too, Toby. I can hear you.
Yeah.
But I can't see you.
So,
Please confirm that you can hear Toby. Please confirm that you can hear.
okay, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you too, Toby. I can hear you. But I can't see you. We want these guys to come on.
Yeah, that's
He said your voice is a little bit low. Please confirm that you can hear Toby. Please confirm that you can hear.
what's happening to the network.
Okay, so Toby. Okay. The first question here is, I specialize in agricultural economics. Okay. The first question here is, what's happening? Toby, can you hear me? There is a lot of network glitch. Someone said he cannot hear a thing. Cannot hear a thing. I think there's issue with network. Well, let me bring you up to. Let me bring Johnson up as well. Let me bring Johnson up as well.
It's a bit slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Hear me at all? That's the worst thing.
Can you guys hear me? I'm just confirming. Can you speak now? Speak.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Just so, guys, can you hear Toby? Let's sort this out very quickly. So, Toby, go for it. Go for it. I think they should be able to hear you. Oh,
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing? Yeah, can everybody hear me?
I'm good.
Yes. Go for it. Don't worry. The back end is faster than the YouTube. So just go for it.
Okay. So it's an honor to be here, and I don't take it for granted. So I want to appreciate the organizer of this webinar, and he has already said a lot because I was also following up on the YouTube. So I just want to add a few things and then open our eyes to some perspective too. So I'm Oluwatobi Omotoye from Nigeria, Osun State to be precise. And then I'm currently
Toby, hold on. Hold on. I think people say they can't hear you. So let me sort that out.
Okay.
They say they can't hear you. Why? Are you muted? No. Control audio in OBS, yes. Okay, Toby, go for it.
So am I audible enough now? Can everybody hear me?
Toby, speak.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, sir.
Wow.
Oh, people say they can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear
go
me
for
now.
it. I think you should just continue.
Okay, so I'm doing my PhD in France.
Okay, people say they can hear us all now.
Okay, good. So I'm doing my PhD in France in human resource management and organizational behavior. I'm a management student. And I'll quickly run you through my background. So my bachelor is in industrial relation and personnel management from Osun State University. I'm not a first-class student. And then I had my first master's degree too in University of Lagos, the same program, industrial relation and personnel management. I'm also not a distinction student. So before traveling to UK for my second master's degree in Master in Human Resource Management, and immediately I moved to my PhD. So all my entire background is in human resource management, organizational behavior, industrial psychology. And then one of the first thing that I will say here is the
people say they can't hear you.
Oh my God.
I am already tired now. Okay, Toby, speak. Sorry. Hold on. We'll keep trying till we get it. Is it something around your end?
I don't think so. Because I'm using my laptop.
It's clear. Someone say it's clear. Okay, go for it, please. Toby, go for it.
Okay, so the first thing that we add is that positioning is very important. The positioning that I mean, make sure that you've already made up your mind that you want to do PhD, and you want to do everything that's in your hand to work towards that. Not that because of situation of things and as the reason you decide that you want to do PhD. I already knew that I would do PhD from the beginning of the end of my bachelor. So I do everything in my power to go for it. And then another aspect of the position is that there are so many things that you need to do now in the preparation for PhD. And one of the things that I did was that I attended some conferences, I did some professional certification in Nigeria and even in UK. And then I also did GPA exam just to make my profile better than I like to make me competitive than my than other people. So that's one of the most important things when it comes to positioning. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So that's one of the most important things when it comes to positioning. So, and the PhD is not for maybe you're a first class student or not. Trust me, you can get it. And like I always say, I'm an advocate for management students. There is a lot of PhD application for management students. So let me give you a quick background. I sent 126 emails to professors looking for PhD across the world. And then, trust me, I'm not getting response. The only response I got 36 responses. And it's not encouraging anymore. I have over 128 PhD applications, rejections, up and there, and I keep applying. So, and I noticed that my application focused to Canada, US, UK. So I decided to change the game. Like, okay, let me check Spain, let me check France, Portugal, Netherlands, and then I started application. But the mode of application in Europe is actually different from UK. Most cases, they go to proposal, just go straight to the application. And beyond my first 4 applications to Europe, I got the PhD interview. And then at the end of the day, I got 5 PhD interviews. And at the end of the day, I have 4 PhD admission with fully funded scholarship. So 1 in Spain, 2 in France, and 1 in Durham University. So what I'm trying to say is that don't put your head on baskets. I know everybody wants to go to Canada, everybody wants to go to the US, everybody wants to go to the UK. But trust me, there are some other countries that you can actually go to. So currently, I'm in France. I'm doing my PhD in France. And then the way the PhD work in France is that the PhD is not like a studentship thing. It's like a job offer, like a teaching and research assistant offer. So that's the type of offer that they will give to you. And then for management side, don't for the minimum of 3 years to 5 years. So, and in the process of my application, one of the things I have is the LinkedIn profile. Like, I keep looking for professors in my field, in human resource management, in organizational behavior, in management as a whole. So I keep networking with professors and post about PhD applications.
And that's the thing that's really helped me. Because in a day, at least I see like 4 or 5 PhD applications, and I apply. No matter how I apply to the point that I send an empty code email to the professor to let you know how crazy it was. So that's one of the things, like networking, using your LinkedIn to reach out to professors, look at their profile. Let me give you one simple story. I reached out to a professor on LinkedIn that I want you to supervise me, blah, blah, blah. And then the professor asked me to send it to the proposal. When I sent it to the professor said that my proposal does not have problematization, that my proposal lacks problematization. So what the professor did to me is that the professor sent me a proposal sample, a proposal format that this is how I want my proposal to be. And I used that proposal format to write my proposal. And I got the admission.
Wow.
So linking up with
supervisors, potential professor on LinkedIn can actually help. It's either you get, it's either they did not, or they said the answer. So things like can actually help. And positioning yourself. If you are listening to me and then you are rounding up your DMC or you are rounding up your master's degree program, positioning yourself, try and do professional qualification in management field. If you are an accounting student, try and do ICANN. If you are in HRM management, do CIPA if you are from Nigeria. If you are from UK, register for CIPD. So professional qualification also give you chance in PhD application management, because these are the things that also help. Apart from that, I have application, I have research experience. That alone cannot do it. So I have CIPD, I'm a chartered customer development. I'm also a chartered member of Passenger Management in Nigeria. I'm a graduate member of the Nigerian Institute of Management. Like, all these profile makes your application more richer. Trust me, you graduated with first class. A lot of people also graduated with first class. And like I just said, I'm not a first class student. Throughout my entire, I've not been a first class student. Even my bachelor is not 4 points. But the mindset that the positioning how I position myself actually helps me a lot. And I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I don't put all my eggs in basket. So I think I will pause for the question.
Yes, that's very good. Thank you, Toby. Thank you very much for that. That was, eye-opening, especially with the skill area. People need to pay attention to skill. I hammered on this thing, in this particular webinar. Skill is very important. Whatever will make somebody bring out money from their pocket or from their treasury to fund you is because you have proven yourself to be a credible student. I don't know if Johnson is there. You have proven yourself to be a credible student, a student that can contribute significantly to what they are trying to do. So skill is very important. Apart from that, you will hear from Toby. Toby is a very stubborn person. To make 100 and something application, that's very, very, but it shows intentionality. All right? Intentionality. So let me take questions here. Somebody says, I have gotten a response from a supervisor who expressed interest in my topic. She asked that I mentioned her as a potential supervisor when portals open for application in September. So is this for a fully funded or self-funded opportunity? Is this for a fully funded or self-funded opportunity? Okay, that's very important. Now another one. Question. I work as a graduate assistant with the Nigerian Defense Academy. Does this give me any advantage in the application process since my research interest includes military psychology and trauma? So Toby, I'll give you that question. I work as a graduate assistant with the Nigerian Defense Academy. Does this give me any advantage in the application process since my research interests include military psychology and trauma?
In fact, I will answer the question by saying that it gives you, in fact, more advantage. Not even the way we answer is that I also work as a research assistant. My field is in management, like organizational behavior, like I said. I work as a research assistant for somebody in transportation. That is not even in my field. But the experience that I have with testing actually helped me improve the application. Because what the potential supervisors want to see is that you already have a research experience. So they don't need to be explaining to you like chapter 1 is introduction, chapter 2 is literature review, chapter 3 is methodology. Or they don't need to be explaining to you that statement of the problem is this. So you are still going to learn when you start your PhD. But you already have the fundamental understanding of what research is all about. So you are in that field of research. So you already work with somebody, that you are doing literature review for the person, or you are doing methodology, or helping with that person for data collection. So they know that you already have that experience. And these are the things that you need to put on your CV when you are doing your PhD application. And when you are writing your statement of purpose or motivational letter, these are the things that you can actually use to tell yourself. So irrespective of where you are doing your research assistant currently, trust me, it's a big advantage. I worked for my supervisor for like 4 years before I got for my undergraduate supervisor as a research assistant. So without pay, without anything. So I use it to position myself very well. So if you send me for conference, so just use the opportunity that research assistant that you are doing. Tell your boss to send you for training, follow him to conferences, him or her to conferences, so that you can actually get more experience. So I can say that you're on the right track, on a good one, sir.
Thank you very much. So can you speak to master students? Because there are a couple of master students here as well.
Okay. Now, for the master student, one of the things that I did during my master's days is that if you want to, you know that you want to do PhD, make sure you finish well. As far as we are saying that I'm not a first-class student, does not mean that what I have is not a good grade. In Unilag, I finished with 4.37 in Unilag. That's my scores in Unilag for masters. That's what I have for my masters. And then for my PhD, for my masters in Unilag, in Teesside University, I'm the best student. I finished with 75%. So, as a master's student, make sure you finish well. And then make sure you do your dissertation very well. Because they'll be asking for writing something in your application, especially in Europe. Even in UK, they ask for writing something. So, they'll be asking you to submit your current master's thesis. So, make sure you do it very well. Don't copy and paste. We don't need your work to be perfect. They just want to see the sample of work that you have done. So your master's research is very, very important. And don't wait till you finish your master's before you start your PhD application. The funniest part is that I did my convocation today, and then I got my PhD offer tomorrow, just a day after my convocation. So I've already started my PhD admission before I finish my master's program, because I already know that that's what I want to do. And then when the offer came, they actually waited for me to collect my master's certificate before I submitted my application. So if your profile is very good, your potential supervisor will definitely wait for you. Like if you have a very strong profile, they will wait for you. And then in that process, don't just wait alone. I know that some people will say that research publication is not needed. And it is true. It's not like you must have it. But in the point of you waiting, if you can extract some things out from your bachelor, your master's, and even if you submit it to industry journals, we have some industry out there that, or some universities in Nigeria, it is easy to publish in Nigeria. Yeah, like it actually gives you another advantage, because those are the things that I did that helped me during my master's. I published my bachelor project. I wrote some some position papers that was published. So by the time I'm already applying, I already have citation in Google Scholars. So they already know that this person has already prepared himself for the PhD application. So in your process to bring your master's, waiting for PhD application, make sure you are doing something related to research. Yeah, I think I will stop there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So somebody asked here, I'm going to respond to this. It says, what is the best time to apply at the end of final year of study or after completion of the bachelor's degree? So if you are looking for a master's degree, the best time to apply is not at the end. All right. Best time to apply is before you finish. All right. That's the advice. It's always before you finish. Because just like what Toby said, I also got my PhD before I even did graduation, because we had started earlier. Are you getting what I'm saying? We had started earlier. So don't wait till you are done before you apply. If you are looking for a master's scholarship or a PhD scholarship, even if it's just to be reading about what the scholarship is about, or to be reading about what the funders expect. All right, even if it's just to be reading about what the funders expect, it's always beneficiary to, or it's always benefiting to start before you start applying, or start immerse yourself in the application environment before you finish. Immerse yourself in the application environment before you even finish, because it really helps. So don't wait till you are done. There is no guarantee that when you wait till you are done that you will get it immediately. No guarantee. All right, so start from where you are now. The information that you have now, start using them. If you want a PhD scholarship, start now. I started applying for PhD scholarship immediately I started my master's. My master's was for 2 years in the same university as Toby. My master was for 2 years. I started applying immediately I started my master's. Imagine that I got a scholarship before finishing my master's. They will wait. Toby said they will wait. Some of them will wait. If they see that you are good enough, they will wait for you. Do you understand? And even if they don't wait, it will equip you with the skills that are needed to make a good application. Does it make sense now? It will equip you with the skills that are needed to make a good application. Somebody says, how can I present my strength or weakness, or my weakness, without hurting the chance of making the admission? How can I present? Okay, let me speak to that. How do I present my weaknesses without hurting my chances of getting selected? Toby. Toby, can you hear me? Okay, let me answer the question. I don't think Toby can hear me. Okay. How can I present my weaknesses? Now, present your weakness as something that you are working on, not as a state. All right, not as a state. Present your weakness as something you are working on currently. Present your weakness as something you are working on at the minute. So, for example, you understand that, and it can be that you can relate your weakness to what is needed in the project. For example, they say, okay, tell us your weakness. You can say something like, I know that I will need this particular skill for this project. It's something I'm currently working on, but I will also need, I will also take advantage of the doctoral college to build my expertise in this area. So you are not saying that this is who I am. You know, the way some people do these things these days, they say, this is me. You are not saying that this is me. You're not saying that this is you. All right? No, we're not doing that. We are saying that this is what you are this is the thing you are working on. So present your weakness. It's not like a weakness. Present your weakness as something that you are already working on. And it's not a character flaw. All right? Don't just say it's a character flaw. You know, I have a weakness. Maybe I have a sickness. No, they're not saying go too personal. Don't go too personal. Present it as something you are currently working on, and that you have a strategy to keep working on it. So, Toby, do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, like you actually said it too. During my PhD interview, they asked me that what is my strength, what is my weaknesses. And one thing I realized is that don't use your weaknesses to sabotage your strength. So as much as I told you my strength is in quantitative research, that I know how to use SPSS, data analysis, and the likes. I told them my weakness is in qualitative research, that I'm not a qualitative researcher, but I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
So the mistake that we always make is that when you mention your weaknesses, make sure that you stick with something that you're already doing on that weakness. Like, you're already like, okay, my strength is not in qualitative research. I don't like doing interview. I don't like doing interview people using some method. But I'm already working on it, and I'm willing to let go. So two things there. They've already seen your passion, like, okay, this person is ready to work. So this person is ready to learn. So they will not see your weaknesses as a big weaknesses, but they will see it as a learning process. So, and then nobody knows it all. So keep learning every day. So I think anytime you mention your weaknesses, make sure that you back it up with something that you are doing to overcome that weaknesses. And then don't say your weaknesses is I don't like reading at night, I don't like sleeping. No. Mention weaknesses that are related to research. Nobody knows it all.
Yes.
You might say that you don't know how to use one particular software, but you're already learning on YouTube. You are using YouTube to learn it. So mention a particular skills. Don't mention something that is natural to your physical body. One eye is when you look at your screen or something. So mention something that is related to research, and then make sure that you back it up with what you are doing currently to overcome that weaknesses. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much. So another question, guys. We'll take maybe 3 more questions. I'm waiting for Johnson. Although it's midnight where he is now, so I know it may be a bit difficult. Okay, so must you get a supervisor before applying for a scholarship, especially for a PhD, or can you just apply directly on the university portal or the scholarship platform? Toby?
That's the missing. But I will talk from perspective of Europe. Maybe you will talk from perspective of UK. But from my experience in with Canada, you have to reach out to a professor first. You will reach out to a professor. You have to secure a professor before you secure funding. Yeah. But in Europe, it's different thing. It is the professor that will look for you. The main question is that you have to go to a market where you and the professor can actually meet. For example, LinkedIn is a market for me because the professor will advertise. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
The professor will advertise the project they want to do. And then you have to be in the market where you want to buy the project. So immediately you see that, you go and read the instruction about the project. For instance, I was in the bus going to work in UK. I saw the advert for the PhD that I'm doing currently. So the professor advertised that they are looking for somebody that has masters in human resource management. And I see that I'm qualified. And then I put in my application without reaching out to the professor, without submitting proposal. That's one of the advantages of Europe, some part of Europe. So I did not bother to reach out to professors. And then, like schools that I applied to in Spain, like I applied to SRD Business School in Spain, which I also got their scholarship. I did not reach out to professors. The only thing is that I saw the call and I saw what they need. They asked me to submit my application, submit my motivational letter. In fact, they don't ask for statement of purpose. They only ask me for cover letter. And I submitted my cover letter and my application. So they don't ask for professors. But there are some schools like Ireland, in Dublin Business School that I applied for, Trinity Business School in Ireland. They will ask you to look for professors that will supervise your projects. So in that type of situation, the funding does not belong to the supervisor. The funding belongs to the institution, to the school. That's the reason why that you have to look for, you really want to look for the project that you want to do. And you will look for the supervisor you want to send it to. But in my own case, the supervisor look for the project they want to do, and then they look for student that is ready to buy the project. So and I'm the one that bought the project. So it is very, very tricky. It depends on where you are applying to. Like in Canada, most of the application I did in Canada, some of schools did not apply, like Concordia University in Canada, they did not ask me for supervisor. They just asked me to go to the computer and submit my PhD application. But in UK, I'm very sure that you have to reach out to supervisor first. When you see somebody that has been to supervisor, but not all projects. So it depends on the project, it depends on the school. And one important thing is that we don't read. And I'm saying this is people like, I'm a living testimony to that. We don't read in the sense that we don't read instructions. Yeah. Anytime you want to apply for a PhD or any application, please make sure you read instruction very well. Instruction is very, very important. I used a scholarship because I did not read instruction clearly. The instruction said that submit your PhD application, and the same application you submitted, send the same application to another email or scholarship email. So it's just like the same thing you submit in A, just copy it and submit it in B. I only submitted it in A, and then they gave me admission. And then the professor was wondering, why don't you get your PF funding and everything? Because I did not submit scholarship portal. So it's two different things. So like, it's, how do I put it? I just want you to learn from this place that make sure you read instructions very well. Some people, they'll tell you that submit your application straight up. Don't bother to reach out to professors. If they don't ask for proposal, don't submit proposal. I think I will stop there.
Thank you, Toby. That was a good one. Sometimes we really pay attention to. Once we pay attention to details, we will not make mistakes. Because number one, for me, I did not have to write any supervisor earlier. Like all my projects, all the things I applied for, most of them, I would say, were just projects. So there are projects that are already ongoing or are about to start that already have funds, and then they are looking to recruit PhD students to do the project. So most of the PhD projects that you will find, they are in this manner, all right? They already have a project that is ongoing, and then the project that is ongoing already has some fund, so they want to divert that fund because, the supervisor themselves cannot do the project. They are busy. They have academic requirements, school requirements. They have to do this or that. So that is where they now employ PhD students to come and do the project. Or sometimes they employ master students to come and do the project. Okay? Somebody is asking here, can you please address HND? Toby, do you want to talk to that? Talk just quickly.
If it's HND, trust me, you can still get PhD scholarship. But what matters most is positioning. If I show you my CV, like, I'm not trying to brag, but I do everything to be better than other applicants. So, for instance, if I'm in your position that I have HND and I want to do PhD, trust me, what I will do first is that I will make sure I do either GMAT or GRE. If you're a management student. And then you want to use that HND for PhD. And trust me, by the time you try it twice and you see it's not working, go and use that HND. Go and do postgraduate diploma. In Nigeria, they call it MPhil. You can use if you have GRE, you can use that HND to go and do postgraduate diploma. Go and quickly do a 1 year program or 2 years program. Go and do postgraduate diploma. By the time you have your HND, you have your postgraduate diploma, you've already qualified yourself with somebody that have master's degree. And trust me, if you are going for PhD with your postgraduate diploma, you need some research experience. So all your project in HND, turn it to paper writing, submit it to some journals in Nigeria. That's what I did. University of Lagos, Osun State University, I submitted my papers. They publish it. So those are the strategies. Because one thing you need to know about PhD application is that you are not the only one submitting it. And then they are looking for the best applicant.
Yes.
So try as much as possible that your document is very, very competitive. When I was applying for US, Canada, and I keep getting rejection, I discovered that my application does not have GRE. And as a management student, if you are applying for PhD application abroad, trust me, GRE is important as your bachelor degree. So I decided to go and do GRE. The day I put GRE into my application, that's where things change. Because a lot of people also have the same research experience. People have first class, the same thing that you have. So always look at what can I do that can be different. If people are going for conferences, trust me, there are a lot of conferences that you can apply to online. Just go there and attend. Put it on. You don't need to present paper. Let's be sincere with ourselves. So these are the things that I did rather, that really, really helped me. I attended conferences. I published some papers. I'm not saying all these things is mandatory, but scholarship is very competitive. And these are the things that can actually help you, especially in management. You know, how will I put it? There is this idea, this stigmatization behind management students, that management are for people that doesn't know anything. They are for Olodos. Trust me. Yeah, trust me, management is not for Olodos. And it's very, very competitive globally. So you are studying accounting, you are studying office management, HRM, entrepreneurship, banking and finance. For you to be globally competitive, you need to add something to that qualification. Because a lot of people also have it. So with your HND, try and do postgraduate diploma.
Do other things.
Do other things. Add other skills.
Yes.
Go to LinkedIn. Go to Coursera.
Yeah.
See, you have to invest in yourself. Trust me. This webinar that we are having, like I paid money to attend webinars. People that collected my CV, I paid them to collect every single application that I do. To let you know. So you have to invest in yourself. Pay for publications. Pay for conferences. Attend it by yourself. Use your money to pay for it. So these are the things that can actually help you. So you having a HND does not mean you cannot get paid this scholarship. You can actually get it very well. It depends on how you position yourself.
Thank you very much, Toby. That was a very good response. Somebody also mentioned on the chat the essence of recommendation letters. So yes, recommendation letters are very important, and we must pay attention to them. All right, don't just give somebody that will write a generic recommendation letter. They'll just say is a good student. You know, you want something that is solid enough that, you know, when the reviewer is looking at it, they can say, okay, you know, people have spoken highly of him. And I think that build relationship. If you are in bachelor's degree now, start building relationship with your lecturers.
Very, very
exactly. Start building relationship with your lecturers in such a way that they can recommend you.
Sam, can you hear me?
We have been waiting for you, sir.
I've been here all along.
I've not been seeing you. We've not seen your face.
Yeah, I'm here. I even dropped a message for you because here it's like 1:30 a.m. and I've been waiting. I thought it's going to round up on time so that I can speak.
Oh.
I didn't see you at all. I was. Go on. Your camera is off actually, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I switched it off because it's just the one talking, so that's why I switched it
off. No, it doesn't matter. No. Okay, you can go for it now. Actually, I was going to round up because I was trying to see what's happening. Okay, please go for it.
Yeah, because I was wondering what's going on. I've been here since even before it started. Great. So nice to meet everyone. Now we have to rush now because should I answer the question? So I'm currently doing my PhD at Massey University in New Zealand. I have a background in my bachelor's degree in animal nutrition, while my master's degree, after master's degree actually, one in monogastric animal nutrition in Nigeria, The other one is in food and food service industry at the Kyungpook National University in South Korea. And currently doing my PhD in agriculture and agriculture. I'm focusing on meat science in New Zealand. So nice to meet everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, yes, perfect.
So I'm here today to speak briefly about my experience with the scholarship journey, and also to Assam. Is the scholarship sharing still part of it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll first start with that. So for me, all my life, apart from my studies in Nigeria, has been scholarships. So, and I'll just try to quickly rush through it. Like Toby said, I knew that in some country there's some scholarship that favors people that have first class. Yes, Master's card in Canada is part of it, and there's some funding or universities that really grade first class students. But me, I'm not a first class student anyway. Yeah, although I finished with 2-1. So I did my master's degree in monogastric animal nutrition at Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. And I think I had about 9 point something in my master's degree. So I worked briefly across 3 companies while in Nigeria, including Obasanjo Farm, as an animal nutritionist and quality control executive, before I applied for another master's degree under the Korean government scholarship that we call KGSP or GPS, as it may be. So I applied for animal biotechnology, but I eventually switched to food science because of my own career path. So I finished my master's in Korea last year. I started my PhD in New Zealand in June this year. So what I will just share quickly is that you don't have to be like a top student. Toby has said a lot before you can actually apply for a scholarship. But the important thing is to have the necessary information at hand, align with people that can help you. And if you are aiming to apply for a scholarship, you have to make sure that you don't apply for a scholarship in a hurry. You have to take your time, at least 4 or 5 months before the application opens. Go through the previous application guidelines to know the information that are necessary and position yourself well. You can do external certificate. Your work experiences also count as well. So that's just some of the things I'm going to share. If there is any other information you'd like to ask, maybe when I'm done talking, you can ask questions and I will reply. So concerning scholarship in New Zealand, so can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So there are different scholarships in New Zealand. However, for masters, there is Monarchy Scholarship. There is New Zealand government scholarship called Monarchy Scholarship. However, if you come to Monarchy Scholarship, when you are done, you have to return back to your own country for at least 2 years, either to work or to invest your time in something productive. Then after 2 years, you can come to New Zealand. So there is no a direct path that for you to stay back in New Zealand after you do the program under the Monarchy Scholarship. So I think that is the only reputable scholarship for masters in New Zealand. So, but for PhD, there are different options actually. So one of them is the Applied Doctorate Scheme, in which the application is currently ongoing right now. So each year, it was launched last year. So I'm part of the initial cohort. So the first cohort is about energy reduction in the context of New Zealand, and I'm going to be one of the recipients. Then for this year, the application is in aerospace, defense, and security. So they have about 22 projects. If you have any, you can check them and apply to them. Have 22 projects. So if you're in the field of engineering, AI, computers, military, and the like civil engineer. Or even for people, they have some projects in the agricultural field and the food science. And I want to check them out. And you know what? It's a scholarship that it is not well known because it's just people don't really put so much eyes on it. And so if you really do your best, they are and you put in your best, I think, and if you have a very good solid profile, like Fernando, it is a pre-funded scholarship. And it's an industrial-based PhD where you have to work with the partnership industry as well. Sam, I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Then other scholarship is that another thing is that New Zealand only have just 8 universities. So we have Auckland University of Technology, Lincoln University, Otago University, I think Ashley, and they are just 8 anyways. And each one of these universities have a doctoral scholarship. But these are scholarships that are very, very competitive, right? And the way it works is that for each one of these scholarships, for you to be able to stand the chance, you must have secured admission first. You must have secured a place in the doctoral program. After that, you can now apply for the scholarship. So if you have a very good profile and you already have a professor that will advise you, the professor kind of help you, align with you to apply. And for so many people here, we have a quite competitive profile, and you can apply for it, and you'll be able to get them. So then there is one scholarship that a friend of mine just told me about this evening as well. It's called, let me double check. It's called Food Transition 2050.
Food Transition
2050. Yeah. So the scholarship is majorly for people in the field of agriculture. So either you're in agriculture, food science, plant science, animal science, you can check it out. I think the application for this year will be released by December, according to the information on their website.
So Food Transition 2050.
Food Transition 2050. You can check it out.
All right.
Yeah, Food Transition 2050.
Okay.
So I just had Food Transition 2050.
Yeah, I've taken that. You can continue.
Yeah, so you can all check it out, see how that works. Yeah, so it's majorly for people in the food science, agriculture generally, and also for the project scholarship as well. Then the one last one I want to mention is this scholarship in my school called the ELET. Let me double check. ELET Agricultural Research Trust. ELET. It's spelled ELNET. ELET Agricultural Research Trust. So they do advertise position on academic position and find the people come, but these are research funding that is directed to those people that are in ruminant nutrition or pasture management, because and it's primarily dependent on meat production. We have maybe 10% the population of lamb than human animals. So they want people very well in the field. Pasture and range, ruminant nutrition, animal breeding and genetic. Yeah, even some plant science. So anybody interested can check it out, and also on some of their research advertisements online. Yeah, so I think that is pretty much everything. So if there is any question anyone would like to ask.
What is it like in New Zealand for graduate students? What is it like in terms of survival, and all of that?
Okay, so in the New Zealand context, we are doing, like I said, we are doing masters. Majority of people that are doing masters however, even at that, you can work 12 hours a week. But for a PhD student, there is also self-funded PhD because people are given the chance, especially international students, to pay the same fee as a local student, right? So, but as a PhD student in New Zealand, you can work full-time while doing your PhD.
Okay.
Then there is a slower pace of life in New Zealand. So nobody is putting unnecessary pressure on you. As a PhD student, you can decide to be working from home as long as you are delivering your results. So if you have a weekly meeting of delivering well, so there are some students that we know naturally they work from home. So, New Zealand is a really good place to be in terms of research. There is also collaborations between universities and industry very well. So it's not like you're doing PhD, you're only going to the lab and don't know what is going on in the field. So you get the chance to go for people from here. Some of them even travel to Australia for some of their trainings, and like I have a guy that portrays science in school. We always go to Australia more than like 4 or 5 times a year.
Wow.
For conference, for training, and stuff like that. So kind of presented the opportunity. And as a graduate student, my own building, we're at least chance to go for at least one international conference that will be paid and covered by school, the expenses. So these are some of the chances that come with you studying in New Zealand.
Fantastic. That makes a lot of sense. I think one final question I'll ask you is that was a good presentation, in fact, but one final question I'll ask you is with family. Is New Zealand good for raising family in so far as you have seen?
Well, it's a good place. New Zealand is a good place because if you are here as a PhD student, your spouse is getting work visa.
Okay.
So your spouse can work full time.
And you can work full time as well.
Although there is no country that is not expensive. New Zealand is a bit expensive, but when I compare it to some of my people in Europe, I think it's almost the same thing. People complaining. We transitioned from Korea to this place, so we didn't see much of a difference. But maybe for people coming directly from Nigeria, it might be a bit also on board, so like, oh, it's very expensive. But to me, it's a very good environment. It's a very laid-back place, very good and serene environment. So then the education system is also good. Then it's like also buy one get one free. So from New Zealand, you can easily like after going through their pathways and the like, you can also transit.
So somebody asked a question here.
Australia. Yeah.
The question is for someone in tech that has masters in computer science, what school can they apply for in New Zealand?
The person would be the one to check it out because
definitely
I don't know the courses offered by the university. But one thing is that I knew that Australia, Auckland University of Technology does a lot of tech. They have a lot of tech majors, so the person might want to check them out.
Okay, and the applied doctorate scheme as well can be a good one for the person.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, because computer science
already have master's degree.
Okay, so that's
okay. The applied doctorate scheme too. You can qualify to apply for it if you have a first class. So you can apply for it directly without having a master's degree.
Okay. Did you get that? So you can apply for it without having a master's degree if you have a first class. Okay. Thank you very much, Johnson. I'm very sorry. I when I didn't see your camera, I thought you were already sleeping. So I didn't want to.
I was like, what's going on?
I'm telling you, like I just felt like, oh, maybe you're already tired, you know. So I didn't want to. That's why I didn't even call your name at all because it was dark, and I said, okay.
I'm like, what's going on? Because I knew that Toby is done. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to because I knew you were also translating on YouTube. So I'm like, I don't want to disturb or anything. So when I dropped a message on this app that we are using, but you didn't check, I also messaged your WhatsApp.
It is well. Sorry for the delay. I know it's like 2 a.m. where you are now. So sorry for the delay at all.
Yeah, right. And I have to go to church
in the morning. So exactly. Thank you so much for helping us. You know, you've done so well. You've helped us a lot, and we are very grateful, guys. Let's say thank you to Toby and to Johnson for sharing a lot with us today. Toby, are you still there? So that I can take your final words and we'll round up.
I think Toby has gone.
Okay, that's fine. But thank you very much, everybody that joined the live. I'm going to leave the live there. The recording is going to be there on YouTube because the engagement was good, and so that people can watch again. And don't assume that you learned everything right away. Go again and look at the little things that were said and use those things to improve your application. But it's such a privilege. Okay, you want to say something?
Is that people should not give up. Like Toby has said, it's a process that you have to go through over and over and over again. It's not easy, honestly. And when everybody is just trying to tell it can be scary sometimes, and people will be like, but honestly, it's not. It's a very rigorous process. For some of us that maybe God has helped us to first leave Nigeria. For someone in Nigeria, it can be very difficult, and that's why you have to know the kind of profession you want to go for. It's not just all the advert or all the. If you are not sure of ability for a particular scholarship, don't go for it because everything now is expensive. Even though it is scholarship, you still have to spend money.
Yeah,
that is it. So if you are applying directly from Nigeria, it is really, really difficult. So I knew how much GRE is now. I know how much IELTS is, and I also know application, especially to places like Canada, when application fee will come to the local naira amount, then we know how much you have to filter which schools you apply to and the like. There are some applications whereby you won't even spend the time. On the application in Netherlands, there is no application fee. So, and Toby has said, just know what works for you. He is always an advocate of a LinkedIn for Toby. He's always saying LinkedIn works for him.
Toby, give us final words.
But for me,
okay.
Toby. Oh. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
you.
Yeah, sorry for eating much of your time.
No, that's fine. Don't worry.
No, it was my fault. It was my fault because I didn't see his face, so I thought he was sleeping.
You've actually said it all, but my giveaway is two things. Number one is that don't put all your egg in one basket. So don't say that you are looking for PhD in accounting. That if you don't do accounting, you cannot do any other PhD again. Try as much as possible to be diversified in your career path. So don't say that, okay, you are looking for PhD in medicine. And if you don't see medicine, you cannot do any other thing. So that's one. And two is that don't give up. Yeah. As much as I have one acronym at the back of my name, I call it PDD. So people call me PDD, passion, determination, dedication. So recently I realized that my passion alone cannot even do it.
No.
So I had another D in front of the passion, which is discipline. As much as you want PhD, you also have to be disciplined, to be passionate towards the application process, because it's not easy. We need to be sincere with ourselves. To find it, to write your CV, to write your SOP and everything is not easy. So don't give up. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Toby. So give us 2 websites. You give us 2 websites for Europe.
Okay, for Europe.
Yes.
Academic position.
Okay.
Yeah, academic. If you Google academic position, that's one of the main area for Europe. And then another thing that I will give is LinkedIn. Sincerely. And the reason is that if you are looking for PhD, just go to that LinkedIn search bar. Just write PhD in whatever you are looking for and click on search. You will see that it works. The way you are looking for a job using LinkedIn, just go to that search bar, put PhD in anything that you are looking for, you will find it. So I will give you LinkedIn and academic position.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Sam, can I quickly address a question?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, someone asked, do you have an advice for someone with a STEM first degree and business school MSc? So, what I would say is, I will use an example for you. I hope you will get it. So, for example, now in New Zealand, my own research focused majorly on meat science. But there is also a logistic part of meat science in the context that New Zealand exports a lot to different countries. So there are people working in the logistical area. So what you just have to do is find how the 2 majors connect. So first term, I don't know what degree it is with your business. So find the connection between them and go for like interdisciplinary study between them. So that's what I'm doing here too. My first degree is in animal science. Second degree is in food science. So I'm doing an interdisciplinary science now. It matches both of them. I have my primary supervisor in animal science, while with three co-supervisors there from food science. So you just have to find where the 2 research area overlap, and you can go for it.
Okay, that's a very good one. So it was something I was going to say as well. Just marry them. Where do they overlap? Where do they? And it doesn't have to be something like hugely significant. It's just look at what you did for your STEM first degree, and how can you marry them together? How can those 2 things be relevant? Because what we are doing now, most of the time, most of the research is multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary.
Right.
So it's not just one thing. People are doing animal science with food science, I'm doing plant science with computational biology. So it's a mix of these things, but you have to look for where those things align, just like Johnson have said. So that's a very good point. We said we are going to do 12 to 2. This is already 2:50. This yes, it was a long one, and we want to thank everybody that joined. It was a very good attendance, and I'm hoping that people would watch again and grasp these few things that they might have missed. But once again, we want to say thank you to our scholars, Johnson from New Zealand and Toby from France, for the privilege to have heard from them. Thank you, everybody. We'll call it quits right now, but thank you so much. I will send a message at the end of the meeting to Toby and Johnson. But thank you very much, everybody. It was such a privilege. Cheers.